Hello friends, my name is Claire and welcome to my model vlog. For full transparency, this was filmed, I want to say early February, or maybe this actually might have been like late January. Anyways, but I've delayed posting this vlog because I didn't want to post any spoilers for the company that I shot for. Because I'm in New England, I took the train down to Boston because my mom said that I'm not allowed to drive in the snow. And I got to see my friend Maggie, and Maggie gave us both these cards with fairies because we did a fairy shoot a couple months ago. And so she gave us the cards that we looked like, which was like really, really cute. And I adore it. And I have it hanging up in my dorm room right now. And then we went to this one location that is gorgeous. I'm actually going to shoot here tomorrow. I'm doing this voiceover like late March, and I'm using this location again for a black swan photo shoot, which I'm really excited for. We just did some fun fashion girly shots, started around, it was actually really, really cold this day. I want to say it was in the 20s and it was frigid, so I gave Charlotte my jacket. And then Charlotte told me about this one syndrome called, I think, Raynaud syndrome, where the tips of your fingers turn kind of like yellowish, and it's because you have poor circulation. And then I looked at all these houses and I was like, oh my god, give me your house. And fun fact about me, I could probably be like manipulated via house, just like The Notebook, or perhaps, like The Great Gatsby, because if you're going to cry about somebody, you might as well cry in like a beautiful home. Or I could also be like manipulated via clothes. Yeah. I stand by this. Anyways, because look at how gorgeous it is. Oh my god, they're so pretty. I love East Coast architecture, and look at these cute little beans. They're so adorable. We went through photos, we got sushi, and then we went thrifting, and this was really fun. I liked these pans, but I didn't buy anything. And Charlotte actually got recognized in this Buffalo Exchange, which is really cool. And I also would go to that particular store a lot when I lived in Boston last year. And then we did a very short 5-minute shoot. I was freezing, but I was really glad that we got to do it, and Maggie actually thrifted that coat for me for $1, which is super fun. And then I also got to wear this $130 dress that I thrifted. It's like vintage Victoria's Secret, and it's silk, and I adore it. And then Charlotte and I got up really early the next morning. She drove me to the train station, which was super nice because we left at I think 5:30 a.m., which is awful. Oh my god, it was so dark. Charlotte was so nice for driving me. And then I took the train from Boston to Providence, and this was kind of a fun commute because I got to watch the sunrise on my way over, which was very cathartic. And that's Charlotte's word, so there we go. I'm gonna use that. And then I arrived in Providence, and then I had to take an Uber, but before that I had to have caffeine because I was really tired. And so I bought myself a coffee, then I took an Uber, and I actually ended up really, really early at the shoot location, which was totally fine because I got to meet Shamika, and John was also early, and so we just sat and chatted for a little bit. They bought donuts. I did not get a donut because I am not a donut girly. They usually make me feel really sick, but I supported them in their endeavors, and we got a little tour of the building that we were shooting in, and I was really happy, did my little dance. I was definitely extremely caffeinated this day, which is always really fun to talk to caffeinated Claire, because as much as normal Claire doesn't stop talking, caffeinated Claire really doesn't stop talking, and she also talks at a million miles an hour and has a lot of opinions. But yeah, I was really happy to be here. I love this group, and this was my second time working with John. I was really excited. There's always good vibes, there's always food, and it's really fun. And this is me concentrating really hard looking at the screen, which is really helpful to have because I like being able to see how I'm posing and then sort of self-correct. Modeling is really fun, and I always like being able to learn new things, and Shamika got a lot of behind the scenes of me, which was super, super nice. It was just basic, smiley, happy, putting on the face mask. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this face mask, kind of photos, which was really easy and fun to do. And I was excited about it. They smelled really good, and they did hydrate my skin, through my foundation, which I was very impressed by. And yeah, look at me. And then this particular photo we were all shocked by. This is my audition to the Blue Man, and then when we took it, everyone went, what? Because it was surprisingly good. I've never looked that good in a face mask, and I don't think that I will ever look that good in a face mask ever again. But you know what? I had my moment. And then John was like, you should go through all the photos so you can have them in your vlog. And I was like, thank you, King. That is so smart. And yeah, I always like being able to look through everything and then choosing like my favorite ones. And John also let me put on my driving PCH playlist, which is super fun. Every single time I go back to the studio, he lets me put on a different playlist, and I love that. And we got burgers for lunch, and oh my goodness, I love being fed. And then they were like, actually, we don't need you anymore. You can go home early, which was great because I arrived on campus at like 6 or 7 p.m. when I was fully expecting to get back to campus at maybe 1 a.m. And that is because Amtrak does not give us a lot of train times to work with in the evening. I watched the sunset over the city on my train ride home, and then I arrived back on campus. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.